Women do not get crystal clear messages about drinking during pregnancy. I mean, we've recently had this new book come out that tells women that it's okay to drink when they're pregnant. Every 6 months there's some media blitz that tells women it's okay to have a little bit of alcohol when you're pregnant. But what she might hear is, if it's okay to have a little, it must be fine. It can't be that bad for my baby if they're telling me I can have a little. No one tells me you can nibble a little bit of lead or, stick your hand in the cat box every once in a while. So if they're telling me it's okay to drink a little, it must be fine. Or it's safe for some women to have a little, it's safe for me to have more because I have a high tolerance or I'm really stressed. It's so easy for that message to get twisted. Alcohol during pregnancy can cause a lifelong brain that thinks like someone much younger, can cause a lifelong brain that forgets things, that has trouble with abstractions, that can't read social cues. We stay away from the no alcohol during pregnancy message as being our only message because everyone knows someone who drank when they're pregnant and their kid seems okay. So we don't want to feed into that. We try to give really specifics that what we're talking about are lifelong, very concrete changes in the brain that are oftentimes invisible. And research can't tell us what one glass of wine on this day of pregnancy is going to look like in the frontal lobe of my 10-year-old. And so we like to encourage women just to think about all the other things that we do to take care of our kids and to take care of ourselves. And this one little piece of it, alcohol is a known neurotoxin. We know that it's a poison to the brain. So it's hard to argue that there's a safe amount of a poison when we're doing everything else to make sure that our kids grow up happy and healthy. We did a survey last year through a SAMHSA Service to Science grant where we were able to survey OB providers in Kentucky. The good news is that about 88% are very clear that they tell their patients that there's no amount of alcohol that's safe, but that still leaves right around 12% who are giving women the message still in 2013 that it's safe to have a little bit of alcohol. So we're really focusing on that, trying to change the environment so that all women get a no alcohol message. Last year we did the Speak Up campaign. So we asked women, just regular old women, when you go to your annual appointment, your annual gynae appointment, take 30 seconds and talk to your own doctor about why you support your doctor in giving all women a no alcohol message. So we had it organized so that when she would go to her appointment, I would send her a packet of information that she could bring along to her doctor. So we had right around 500 women who did that last year. Women felt really empowered. OBs were surprisingly open to it, surprised to be getting the information from their patients and had some good conversations. This was a young woman who had heard this information in a college class a few years earlier, and she was at a training that we were doing. And she told us this story that she was a social worker, and it was a Friday afternoon, and she'd had a stressful week, and she wanted to go drink that night. She and her husband were going to go drink. They weren't planning on having kids, they weren't trying to get pregnant, but she knew this information and she said, well, okay, I'm gonna go get a pregnancy test just so I can feel better about going out drinking tonight. And so they stopped at Walmart on the way home, she took the pregnancy test and she found out she was pregnant. And she chose to do that because she didn't want to go out drinking even on the off chance that she could be pregnant. So to us, that's what prevention looks like.